medals. The USA women's hockey team claiming its first Olympic gold medal in 20 years, and doing so in dramatic style. The Americans upsetting Canada in a 6-round shootout. Former goals play-by-play man Chris Ello was on the edge of his seat in his red, white, and blue sweater watching the entire thing.
Actually, I was just standing in front of the TV. I didn't even bother sitting down.
I think our conversation starts there. Just give us a quick 10 seconds before we get into the questions.
Fantastic game, fantastic move you saw there at the end on that game-winning goal. And the interesting thing to me is that today is the anniversary of the famous Miracle on Ice. So last night was kind of perfect way to lead into that.
Yeah, let's roll that video. You bring it up. You know, corporate America goes to town with every gold medal performance, but this team victory harkens back to perhaps the most magical memory in sports, at least in my lifetime, was the Lake Placid.
A simpler era, right?
Will you expand on they both have that organic feeling. It was kids beating pros or kids beating other kids, as it was last night.
I'm all about winning. I'm as competitive as the next guy, but I think we've gone overboard in sports, just in general, with this we have to win. And if you don't win, you're a failure. You're not, first of all. And second of all, there's something about competing and just seeing where the chips fall. I mean, this USA win in 1980, that was emotion that you can't buy. You can't buy that. And I think we've put too much emphasis on the almighty W and the almighty dollar. And I think that hasn't certainly ruined sports, but it's taken away some of the good stuff like that.
Go ahead and roll this is more highlights from last night. The fact that it was such a close game. Canada's owned these series head to head.
Yeah, well, they've won it 4 years in a row, right? Or four
I
Olympics
thought the
in a row.
most telling moment, and it's going to come up about 20 seconds into this piece, so we got a gap for a little bit.
Okay.
But the USA pulls off the victory, and then comes the celebration, great celebration, and the medals are handed out. The Canadians are in line to get their silver medals, and I don't know the name of the gal who got the silver medal, but she takes it off within seconds of it. I think here's the moment right here. There is no, I don't want this.
No.
That's not a good kids be better than that, right?
It's you know what, you can say it's not a good look, but she just did what everyone else on her team felt like doing, right? I mean, you know, look, the silver medal is special in almost all the other events, because, you know, that's a hell of a job to come in second. But you lose a game like this, you don't feel like getting a medal.
All right, let's just give me a quick blast on all these. Lindsey Vonn, her Olympic career ends with her skiing off after missing a gate in the Alpine Combine. As we look back on her career in the pantheon of Olympic alpine skiers,
she's the Anna Kournikova of alpine skiing. We'll kind of always remember.
No, she's better than that, right?
No, well, a little bit better than Anna Kournikova was. But don't forget, Anna Kournikova was a top 10 tennis player in the world. She didn't get a lot of credit for being that, but she got a lot more credit for her looks. I think Lindsey Vonn will be more remembered for her looks.
She's already doing quicker, she's already doing commercials.
She's doing more commercials than anybody else without winning.
Yeah, she'll finish with 3 total medals.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, it's a good Olympics, and again, how about all those terrible texts and tweets she got for not winning a gold medal? Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about before.
Just coming back from I would never get on skis again after some of the falls she has suffered. So that, excuse me.
She had a nice Olympics. Did she win every single thing?
She's just tough as nails. I respect that in her. Okay. Dominic Demstar, you probably never heard of him. Think of how he's 24 years old, I think an Australian skier. This is how long his...
Maybe an Austrian skier. He can't possibly be an Australian skier.
No, he's an Australian... He lives in USA, but he's an Aussie. He misses the first gate. His Olympics last 7
That's it.
I mean, yeah, that...
I think of this often.
That's the agony of defeat.
Well, I think of this often when you watch the Olympics. I mean, because it's 4 years of hard work that can go down the drain in one step. Remember Mary Decker, the great runner, and tripped over the feet of Zola Budd, was out of the Olympics and crying on the track. That was in Los Angeles many years ago. But yeah, it's part of the Olympic dream is that you can have a nightmare like that.
Let's look at the board real quick. The United States moving up the board, having best 48-hour period, winning like 9 medals in the last 48 hours.
And I'm okay if we don't win the medal count. That's kind of the theme of what we've been talking about tonight. I mean, United States is doing fine, successful, but Norway's got better skiers than we do. What are you going to do?
Yeah, Hosmer, the big story, obviously, other than the Olympics. This was Randy Jones sitting in the seat, I believe, Monday ago.
Yeah.
We asked him, is it going to happen? Listen to what he had to say. Yes or no, is Hosmer going to happen?
No.
So
that's it, huh?
Yeah. Less than 40 hours later, 144 million guaranteed. Smart
you know
move,
why
bad move?
Randy said no? Because he used to wear 35, and Eric Hosmer wears 35. And then when Hosmer was signed, Randy Jones said no again, and Hosmer is going to have to change numbers. I think a lot of people didn't have faith that the Padres were going to make this kind of commitment. I'm glad they did. Hey, and if you're upset, it's not your money. Don't worry about it. They obviously have the money to pay the guy, so be happy that the Padres are trying to compete. Yeah. That's a good thing.
I find it hysterical that the same people who are complaining about them not spending money are now upset.
Right. I mean, what are they doing?
Tiger Woods goes even power at the PGA National Honda Classic. We're going to look at some of his highlights. After missing the cut at Riviera, the question is, with the Masters 6 weeks out, is he going to be a contender there, or is he going to be a ceremonial?
You're going to ask me about Tiger Woods
every
week until he finally wins one, and then you're going to say, I told you so.
Do you see signs of improvement?
I guess so. A little bit of signs of improvement, but I still think he's just one of the guys on the tour, and I don't think he's a championship contender for a major.
Here's what he said after his round.
It feels great to be here at home and see a lot of the people that I either play with or against over at Medalist and have at the restaurant, and they're all out here today following, and some of my kids' soccer parents were out here as well today, so it was a good day.
4 strokes off the lead.
Yeah, I'm still not a Tiger fan.
Right.
I know you're trying to turn me into one, but it's not going to happen.
I would never be. We got a minute left, Chris. Aztecs now winners of 3 straight. We had them all but dead. They're not dead yet, right?
No, they're not. And they're going to play Boise State and Nevada before the tournament to get a look at those 2 teams. They win the Mountain West Conference. Everybody jumps back on the bandwagon.
And quickly, before I let you go, Kawhi Leonard, now seemingly done. Should we be worried that this injury might be career-threatening?
I think a little bit, yeah. I mean, when you start having injuries that take a whole season like this, and he's been trying to fight back from it, I mean, nobody works harder than Kawhi. And if he can't come back, then he's definitely hurting.
All right, one programming note to pass along. Rick Willis is going to be doing a 3-part series called on youth football, that Youth Football Safety Act that came out. It starts on Monday, so make sure you tune in for Rick Willis' series. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And in studio in just about an hour will be Stephen Cooper and company that will be talking about youth football as it relates to that Youth Football Safety Act. So that's all coming your way in just a little bit. On behalf of my esteemed...
You know what, if they pass that act real quick for football, the next one they're going to do, they're going to make you and I wear helmets sitting on these high stools.
Probably would not be a bad idea.
Stay out of it.
I already suffer from blurred vision. The 5 p.m. newscast is now over. The 6 p.m. show is right around the bend. Hope you stay with us.